Hi there. We have looked thus far at three distinct learning theories: classical conditioning, trial and error learning, and operant conditioning. We have also considered behaviours not dependent on learning. But there is one more learning theory that we need to consider before we can move on to learning about mental health. That learning theory is observational learning. Now, importantly, observational learning can also be referred to as social learning theory. Although this is less common, it is specified in the study design. In fact, VCAR included a question on the 2014 exam where the correct answer was social learning, which may have confused some students. Observational learning, or social learning theory, is based on the idea that we can acquire information indirectly via the actions of others. Observational learning occurs all the time. For example, if you were walking on a cold day and saw somebody walk in what turned out to be a very deep puddle, making all of their clothes wet, you wouldn't then go and walk in the same puddle. You learned from their mistakes. A significant player in observational learning has been Bandura. Bandura pioneered many studies, mostly using Bobo dolls and children. Bandura found, amongst other things, that children exposed to aggressive adult models tended to be more aggressive themselves, while children exposed to passive adult models also tended to be more passive. Bandura proposed 5 stages necessary for observational learning to occur: attention, retention, reproduction, motivation, and reinforcement, or ARRMR for short. Let's go through the stages. Firstly, for learning to occur, one must pay attention to the model. That seems fairly intuitive, because it is hard to learn without paying attention. Secondly, information must be mentally stored in memory, so that it can be called upon later. This is retention, because the information is retained in memory. Thirdly, the learner needs to be able to reproduce the behaviour. Importantly, the learner must have the capabilities to be able to do so. For example, the average person wouldn't be able to replicate Tiger Woods' golf swing, even if they had adhered to the attention and retention stages of observational learning. Fourthly, the learner must be motivated to reproduce the behaviour. The learner will likely be motivated if they believe that there will be positive consequences for them in the future. Fifthly, the learner is more likely to produce the learned behaviour if the model is positively reinforced for showing that same behaviour. For example, if a fellow student gets bonus credit for turning up to class early, you are more likely to turn up to class early yourself. So there you have it, the 5 stages of observational learning. VCAR could test this in several ways. One possible way is in the multiple choice section of the exam. Here are 2 multiple choice questions from the 2012 VCAR exam. See if you can answer them correctly. The correct responses are available below this video. Keep working hard and have a psychedelic day.